Growing Up Boomer. I'm your host, Padre, with my co-host, Cotton. And this podcast is dedicated to the life and times of the baby boomer generation. The show is loosely scripted, and sometimes we'll go down rabbit holes, and where it leads us to, one will never know. This podcast can be informative, funny, and sometimes irreverent. But most of all, we hope you find it entertaining. Hey, Cotton, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing fine, Padre, and yourself?
Oh, man, I cannot complain. But you know what I discovered about being as old as I am?
What's that?
I am old enough to remember when emojis were called hieroglyphics. Man, am I old, okay? Oh, hey, by the way, Cotton, today we're going to talk about boomers' traditions that keep us ticking. Old traditions that are on the way out. Once we have passed on, these traditions will have ended. End of story.
Got it.
But before we do, man, I want to let you know some good news. We had our first download from Italy.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so we've got about 10 countries in Europe that are downloading our podcast.
Wow. Tell them to send a pizza over.
But remember what I always say about pizza, Cotton. There's no such thing as bad pizza. Just better pizza. Okay?
I've had bad pizza.
No such thing, man. I grew up on Pizza Man, He Delivers.
Yeah, but I like pizzas that are like crackers.
Well, that was it. That was Pizza Man. It was like cardboard, baby. I mean, that's back in the 60s when I was the only guy they did deliver. Oh, first of all, do you know where the name Italy comes from? I guess not. With that long pause, I guess not. It comes from the word Italia, which means calf lamb.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And it might be because that was a symbol of southern Italy.
Oh, and then somebody came up and said, I gotta tell you.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Italy.
Well, you know what? That's what up here, Vacaville, Cowtown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Vacaville's Cowtown. Oh, but the thing is about the bull. You know, that's the symbol of the Lamborghini. Remember the charging bull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that could be because Lamborghini was born in Tarsus, which is in southern Italy.
Huh.
And the fact of the matter is that this guy used to love to go to bullfights. And some of the cars that he made are named after famous bulls.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, those cars were unbelievable. Now, there's a story on how Lamborghini got into the business. He was a tractor manufacturer, a very successful tractor manufacturer, and he bought a Ferrari. And he was upset that he felt the Ferrari's clutch were too fragile. And, of course, being in the higher stratus, was able to go and talk to Enzo Ferrari about it. And Enzo Ferrari, and he basically told Lamborghini, you stick to tractors, I'll stick to building cars. Oh, that did not go over well. And that's when Lamborghini started making his cars. Yes, that's interesting. But let's get back to Italy.
Okay.
Did you know this? That Italy is said to have more masterpieces per square mile than any other country in the world, which I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, so since it was the birthplace of the Renaissance and stuff like that, so they have all kinds of neat stuff in there. Now get this. This is the Italians. Italians claimed that they had taught the rest of Europe how to cook.
Wow.
Yeah. Italy is responsible for introducing the world to ice cream via China, of course. They learned it from the Chinese and they brought it back and they introduced it to the world. They say that they are the introducers of coffee and fruit pies. And they say the first Italian cookbook was written in 1474.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, Italy is also known for cheeses, like Parmesan cheese, which came from Parma, Italy. And they're also known for their gorgonzola, mozzarella, provolone, regatta. I mean, there's a ton of cheeses. And you know I use them all because I'm a Mexican that loves to cook Italian. Yeah, that's it. And of course, we already talked about this. They don't know where pizza came from. In other words, they don't know who invented pizza, but it was made popular by the people of Naples.
Wow.
And get this. You being the Catholic that you are, it says that Vatican City is the only nation in the world that can lock its own gates at night.
Really?
Yeah, they built the wall, didn't they?
Yeah.
Get this. It has its own phone company, radio, TV stations, money, stamps. It even has its own army. Remember the historic Swiss Guard?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you went over to Europe, didn't you?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. To visit the fatherland.
No. I've been to Germany.
Well, that's what I mean. That's Europe, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Actually, my ex-wife is there right now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, her and Alfred, who's from, obviously, Germany.
Yeah.
And so they both gave me a call with the voice record, and you could see them and talk, and it was
cool.
Cool. Yeah, kind of like what we're doing.
Yeah, very true. Okay,
Yeah.
Get this. Since the Vatican is located in Italy, 85% of Italians are Roman Catholic.
Wow. Yeah.
And get this about Italy. Italy suffers more earthquakes than any other European country.
Wow.
In 1693, an estimated 100,000 people died in an earthquake in Sicily.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, they've had even the most deadly recent earthquake in Italy occurred in Naples in 1980, and 3,000 people were killed then. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no other country in Europe has more volcanoes as Italy.
Huh.
And get this, over 50 million tourists visit Italy every year.
Jeez.
And this one you're going to like. This is the last one on Italy. In central Italy, there's a fountain that flows red wine 24 hours a day, and it's free to anybody.
I'll get my plane ticket now.
Okay, Cotton, what do you say we get into our podcast, buddy?
Okay, let's go.
All righty. These are outdated traditions that make the baby boomers tick. And the reason why I say that one is the first one is wearing watches.
Yeah.
We're not talking smart watches. We are talking just regular analog watches.
Yep.
Because, I was a Timex guy. Those were the cheap watches. Remember, takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Yeah, you know what? And I had a couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody had a Timex because that's all we could afford. But if you remember, in baby boomer kingdom, it was the watch that made the person. If you had a Rolex, you had arrived. Remember? Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You had those.
And they'd show it off in
oh
school,
yeah.
And we'd beat the hell out of them.
Yeah. You'd get the ones that are overseas that would spell Rolex wrong.
Yeah.
They look like Rolex, but they spell it wrong so they can sell it here. Hey, I got a Rolex.
Yeah. I had one.
Yeah, like people tell me, you don't have a PhD? And I say, yes, I do. I got a pulse hole digger in my garage. The other thing, and this is what we used to do. We don't do it anymore, but we used to do this, and I'm getting back into it, but the fact of the matter is there's a lot of bakeries around in little towns like ours that make fantastic bread. So that's where we get them. But baking bread.
Yeah.
Kathy used to make the best onion loaf bread anyone could ever eat. Oh, boy, it was great.
Oh, really?
Oh, the smell in the house. It was just, that's why we love cooking too. It's just the smell and the aroma in the house, especially Italian cooking. Right?
She must have just walked in, right?
No. No. I'm
just kidding.
No, nobody disturbs Padre when he's doing the podcast, unless it's the dog.
Okay.
The dog doesn't understand yet.
Yeah.
But remember the aroma. Did your mom bake bread? My mom.
Oh
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, my mom didn't, but my mom made tortillas. Didn't make bread. She made tortillas.
Not a lot of smell in a tortilla.
Oh,
hey, it smells like flour in here.
Oh, Kathy makes the best tortillas.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
She actually cuts in, I think she cuts in, I think it's cake flour into the mix.
Ooh.
Oh, it is just amazing. She does a great job on that. Oh, she can cook Mexican food. All her sisters can cook great Mexican food. I'm an Italian guy. Okay, I'll screw up Mexican food to no end, but I love to cook Italian food.
Oh yeah, that's why. What do you weigh now? 480.
Hey, I still weigh exactly what I weighed when I retired, 195.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think I'm a little shorter. I used to be 6'2". I think I'm going down to 6'1.5", I think.
That doubles my height.
You've always heard of tall, dark, and handsome. Well, I've got one of them, okay? It's just tall. That's it. There's another one that'll end when the baby boomers leave this earth. Buying full albums.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nobody does that anymore. They download everything.
Yeah.
They download just the songs they want to hear, which is good.
Yeah.
I still buy albums. I find my old albums that I used to love that my wife gave away to my son.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pick them up and, because other than the Beatles, the groups that I like, you find them cheap. Nobody collects those.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing we do real well, too, that we love is celebrating anniversaries.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, wedding anniversaries, but always like milestones. First anniversary is paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's 1 year. And then gold is like the 50th anniversary. And so we're always real big on that. Celebrating just weddings by the old tradition.
Yeah.
My golden anniversary will be coming up real soon, in a few months.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And this one, we still do this, is building model kits.
Oh, yeah. Those are cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we still do that. We love that stuff. For instance, you see these guys that do the little ships in a bottle? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big time.
Do that?
Yeah, I mean, and it's probably because it's always lived in a high-paced society. That's been us. It's always go, and then we get into hobbies that force us to relax.
Oh yeah.
You have to have patience when you do those things.
Yeah, like puzzles.
Exactly. That's another one.
Yeah.
That's another one. Puzzles are another one that we love to get into because that
keeps your mind going too.
Yeah, and it keeps your mind going and it slows you down.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this one? We pay with cash.
What?
Yeah, exactly. We pay with cash. That's what cash. Did you ever watch Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone? Oh, there's one scene in there. He goes to mail this package back east, and he goes in. It's kind of like a UPS office. Those satellite UPS offices and FedEx offices. And so he goes in there and he says, yeah, I'd like to mail this. And the guy gives him a price like, $10.50. So he whips out the money, says, I'm sorry, we don't take cash. And he goes, you don't take cash? And he says, cash. He says, where I come from, cash is king. I'm sorry, we just don't take cash. And so he tells this guy, he goes, I'll give you $50 if you use your credit card for this. Because he doesn't have a credit card. Because he had been locked up for like 25 years.
Oh, wow.
And he's a mobster, so of course you never use a card because then that way they can't track you. Yeah.
Yeah, they won't rob.
Yeah. They can't track you. So yeah, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, so we always like to pay with cash.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Reading bedtime stories to your kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we still do that with the grandkids.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
We got little books
cool.
And we still do that with the grandkids. Well, all of them are old now, so it's a great grandkid.
Yeah.
Right? So we just read little books and she loves them. The real hard page books because they're babies and they'll rip them up. Yeah. But we love to read books. I mean, we did that. We used to do to our kids and we used to love to read bedtime stories. We do that with the grandkids now that they're old. Now I got great grandkids, and we read their stories to them.
Oh, that's great.
So it's just a wonderful, wonderful memories that you can read. And since I'm reading them to the kids that are under 5 years old, That's my grade level of reading. So,
As long as you don't read those Playboys that you have hidden
no.
under the bed there.
Yeah, I know. You used to like to read them for the articles, right?
That's right.
Yeah, right. No, those old books, they're just like my grade level, so that's a good thing. The other thing is that we used to do, and we still do some. I never did because I couldn't spell worth a darn. But writing diaries.
Oh,
I don't think you did that either.
writing diaries? No.
Yeah. But that was kind of
somebody would always find it.
Yes, yeah. And that was the problem with that. My wife used to do a diary. I think her sisters did diaries, and not this guy. I couldn't spell cat with CA as the lead. Okay, couldn't do it. All right. Yeah. Another thing that we do, and we still do, and this is like Midwest and rural type of areas, is play horseshoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First,
I still do.
Yeah. First of all, Gen Z doesn't do it because they have to go outside. And they'll only play it if it's virtual horseshoes. Makes a difference. Yeah. And they'll only do it if it's virtual horseshoes.
And putting them stakes in the wooden floors really isn't a good thing.
So that was big time. Matter of fact, when I lived in Riverside, I had a huge yard and I had horseshoe pits back there.
Oh, yeah.
So when my parents used to come over, me and Dad, we'd go out and we played horseshoes all day.
Yeah.
We'd be out there all day,
We had a big backyard in Linwood. Yeah. Same thing.
The only thing I had to do was put chicken wire over the sand so the cats wouldn't get into it.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a big cat box. So,
we had grass. We just threw it on the grass.
No, I actually had the pits. It was actually to specifications.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I do something, I like to go all the way.
Yeah, no kidding.
And the reason why I did that is I'd have less lawn to mow.
Yeah. Who dug up the lawn?
Oh, how about this one that we love to do, and it'll be gone when we leave this earth? Shuffleboard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a great.
We used to do that.
Yeah. That was a big boomer popular game. Real easy to play. Well, I tell you what. You know what they do up here, which is like shuffleboard?
What's that?
Bocce ball.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's big time up here.
That's pretty cool.
We walk around the town every so, and it's a small city. They've got bocce ball courts here, and there's people that convert their front yards into bocce ball courts.
Huh.
Yeah, it's big time up here.
Wow. Now it's pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball. I'm gonna have to look that up and figure out where they got that name from.
I don't know, but I got a whole set here, and I've never gone out and done it.
You'll get there. Oh, how about this one? And we still do this, hosting potluck dinners. Yeah, we do this. We still do that. We still do that all the time.
That's cool. Yeah.
We tried it during the summer because it's tough in the winter because it's always raining up here. But we try to do a Sunday potluck about at least twice a month. We get the families together and we'll do the main course here at the house. And then everybody brings a little something to feast on, shall we say.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. So it's a wonderful way to have the family together, to get people together. And we tell them, if you know anybody that's not doing anything, and bring them on in.
Yeah, no kidding.
How about this one?
Yeah.
And this one you remember because my parents were big on this. Keeping your shoes shined and having a shoe shine kit.
Yeah, I have one.
Do you remember that?
And I used to shine people's shoes.
Oh, that's right. I did that too to earn a little money.
Yeah. You had a little wooden box
with a little shoe on it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My dad built that up, and I'd go out there and on Long Beach Boulevard and Fernwood, and right at that corner, and people come over and give me a dime, and I'd shine their shoes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was something that you remember. Your mom she'd always make me shine the back of my shoe as well.
Yeah.
Remember what they used to say? You need to look like a gentleman when you're coming to someone, and you need to look like a gentleman when you're walking away from them.
Right.
That was the big thing. You need to be a gentleman coming and going, so to speak.
Right.
This one I am guilty of, but it's not because I want to be a craftsman. It's because I'm cheap. But fixing old furniture.
Oh, yeah.
Something goes wrong. Now, I'm not going to buy a new one. I'm going to fix it. I've done that. I've done that so many times. Watching broadcast TV is another one. Everybody's streaming everything.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And what's on TV is just reality shows anymore.
Yeah. I know.
It's either CSI or something or reality TV. There's nothing else on.
Hey, don't put down CSI. That's good.
But that's what I'm saying. That's all it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How about writing handwritten letters?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we still do that.
I have this little thing on my ears here and stuff, and I call it pick up the phone.
Yeah, but handwriting a letter adds a little personal touch to it.
Sure, especially if you don't spell very well.
Well, then they know it's authentic. Oh, right? Yeah. And there's something else too. We've only got a few left. Here's something else. Using the rotary phone. I mean, I've seen people buy them. I mean, even though they're digital, they buy them just so that way they look good in the house. We just can't get rid of that rotary phone look.
Oh yeah. We don't even have a phone anymore.
Yeah, we don't either.
Yeah.
We don't either, but the point is that it's something of decor. How many times you walk into someone's house in the decor and there's a rotary phone? It doesn't work, but it's there.
And everybody probably that walks in goes, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, exactly. What is that? Especially the young people. What is that?
Is that a computer?
What's a cord on the handle? What is this? Oh, how about this one? Something that will die with the baby boomers unless there's a resurgence. Going to church.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, there you go. That will and that has to be because baby boomers like that personal touch. They like the people that are there. I mean, it's kind of like for us, I don't know, I didn't sing when I was a Catholic. The church I go to now does have singing as well. I don't know if you're singing now.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, because we would have hymns, and actually, to be honest with you, because you've seen me preach one time, and actually I would lead singing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that way, I would imagine when you start singing, people start to leave.
Well, yeah, their ears their ears would start bleeding. All right, God. Here's the last one. Okay. And you being a Catholic, I know you did this. I did this as well. My parents did this as well. Name days.
What's that?
Name days.
Name days.
You're asking what that is for, right?
What is that for?
All right. If you remember, okay, they would have parties for this. For us, it was a very simple party. It was just like, okay, this is a name day. If you remember when you had a confirmation, you were always named after a saint. Mine was St. Paul, and the Catholic Church deemed certain months, since you had 12 apostles, each month was the name of an apostle, and you would celebrate that month as your birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, so that would be a name day. And it started way, way back. So that name day, so in other words, mine was Paul, whatever month it fell on, we would celebrate that as being, because that is basically your birth into Christianity.
Oh, wow.
As your confirmation.
Yeah. Now every Sunday I go down, pick up my brother Paul, and go to church with him. And
oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Take him to church because he doesn't drive much or anything. So.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Cotton, what do you say we bring this one to an end, huh?
All righty. Sounds good to me.
All right, my man. You have a great day, okay?
Thank you, Padre.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Nos vemos después.
We'd like to thank you for listening and leave you with this one quote. The best things about the good old days was that I wasn't good and I wasn't old. And until next time, may God bless.